Welcome to Carlton's Math Corner. Today we are going to continue our study on slope-intercept form. At this time, please make sure that you have your math journal, vocab packet, as well as something to write with. Today, our target is I can write equations of lines in slope-intercept form for graphs. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at a line on a graph, and we are going to figure out what the slope is and figure out what the y-intercept is, and then write out our equation. So looking at this first example, we have a line that's graphed, and I want you to notice, what steps were taken. Well, I notice that first of all, there is 2 points that were picked out on this line, and I noticed that these points lie perfectly on the grid lines, which is helpful because then you have whole numbers that you're working with. And then I also noticed that from those points, a line was, or like a staircase was created to show the rise over the run. And if I rise from this point to this point, if I rise, it looks like, well, I'm going actually down, going down 2, so that would be a -2, and I'm going to write this over here, so that would be -2, and then if I go from this point, because I went down 2, so I'm right here, and then I have to go left, so left 1, 2, 3, 4, and if I go left 4, that 2 is negative, and I know a negative and a negative make a positive. So I think that's where, well, actually, no. I know that's where the 2/4 came from. And then I know that that is not in simplest form. So if I divide by 2, and then I get 1/2. So slope, I see exactly where slope came from. And then the +6, I need to figure out where that came from. Well, remember, this is the y-intercept, and so that means it crosses the y-axis. And so if I count 1, 2, if I'm counting the grid lines, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I went up 6, so that is a +6. So now I know where the +6 came from, so that is my y-intercept. And notice it is written as y equals, and then my slope, x, plus +6. So let's do a problem together. Okay, so here's a line that's graphed. First thing I'm going to do is I need to choose 2 points because I need to create, some kind of triangle looking thing, like a staircase. And so I am going to choose 2 points. Let's choose that point and this point. I chose them because they lie right on the grid line and they cross the line. And then I am going to draw a staircase, or it makes like a triangle, okay? And so it looks like I had to go down 1 to make this. So I'm going to put -1. And then I had to move to the right. How many spaces? I had to go, and I'm counting the boxes. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So I had to move right 4. And so I'm going to write that down, +4. And so my slope is -1/4. Okay. Then I'm going to y-axis. So the y-intercept would be right. It looks like it crosses right here, perfectly on a line. It looks like it is halfway in between 3. So that's it's 2.5. And so my y-intercept is 2.5. And now, since I know both of those, then I can write my equation. So I'll start off with y equals And I'm going to put my fraction in. Remember, I don't need the 1, but it's okay if I put it in. So I can put it in, or I can take it out and then just put x. Okay, and then plus 2.5, and I am going to add, I got to make sure I have the 4th, or that's not going to make any sense. So this is what my equation would look like then. I have my slope, I have my y-intercept, and it is in slope-intercept form. What I would like you to do is take this line and write the equation for it in slope-intercept form. Thank you so much for joining me at Carlton's Math Corner, and I look forward to meeting with you again.